friends. I hope you are having a wonderful week so far. So quick housekeeping note, I put a poll up on my channel recently asking what kind of content you might like to see from me going forwards, whether you enjoy this type of longer form, more talking video tutorial, or if you like my shorter videos that have either music or narration, or if you want me to do more of like the tips and tricks videos. So if you haven't voted in that, please feel free to hop on over there, tell me what you think. It's really hard doing YouTube because, like, I'm sure if you follow other people who make content on social media, they will tell you that often the videos that they are most proud of don't do that well, and the ones that do really well are surprising to them. And so I feel like I'm kind of in that place where I can't really predict at all what is going to do well on my channel and what isn't. The algorithm is really biased towards shorts right now, which is kind of restrictive because they have to be under a minute. And so for my quick tutorials, sometimes it's really hard if it's a multiple scarf wrap to get it in under a minute. But yeah, so anyway, just that quick note, if you have anything in particular that you would like to see me cover, feel free. I did get a renewed request for the matching outfits and wraps video, which I actually started filming content for several months ago and then just kind of got away from. I promise that one is coming soon. It's not going to be this week, it's not going to be next week, but perhaps the week after that. So, in the meantime, I was feeling a little bit stuck for inspiration, and so I was doing one of my favorite things to do, which is just perusing other channels that make wrapping content. I was looking at some of the older tutorials on Rapunzel's page, and it got me thinking about the 31-day wrap challenge. And so I was thinking something that I might do as a series is to pull out some of the what I would consider forgotten hidden gems from Rapunzel, from other rappers that I watch, and just kind of do my own take on them. So let me know if that's something that you want to see more of, because that's what today's video is going to be. So yeah, I am be tackling, excuse me, the Mirjam veil. This was one of the wraps for the 31-day wrap challenge. I really loved it. It's probably one of the simplest possible veil wraps that you can do. And yeah, so this is the all wrapped up scarf in tan, maybe? I forget exactly what this color is called. You're gonna need a long scarf, a rectangular scarf, and then you are going to need some kind of something, a pin of some sort, to adhere the wrap. So I have a couple different options here. I have this stick pin that I'm gonna try and use, but obviously you can also use any standard sort of pin that has like the usual, focus, yeah, just like the usual backing on it. That's also going to do great. You just need something. I also personally, if I'm doing a veil wrap, I prefer something that does not have fringes on it, just because I feel like it ends up looking a little bit less tidy in the back. But definitely that is just personal preference. I've done this wrap before with a veil, with two scarves that had fringes on them. So yeah, do what you want. But I was thinking this would be really nice with the tassels. I know from like my Kate wrap that this scarf is absolutely gorgeous in a veil wrap. So first thing that I'm going to do is I am just going to do the Mirjam wrap as I recall it from the video, and then I'm going to see how I can change it up to make it a little bit more mine. So I've got this on my head pretty evenly, and I am tying it in a knot at the back of my neck. And then I'm going to take one of these ends. It doesn't really matter which one. It just kind of is a matter of whichever side you bring up second is going to, it's going to finish. So like I'm bringing this one up first. This one's going to come up second and it's going to end over here. And I'm just like, I'm usually more comfortable doing more detail on this side of my head. I'm curious, like, because I'm right-handed and so this is like on my right side. Like, is that the case for you all too? Do you find that one side is much more comfortable for doing detail work like that? And if so, is it also your dominant side? I would love to know the answer to that question. So yeah, I'm just gonna wrap it around and tuck into the pocket. This doesn't need to be super tidy. It is going to get covered up. And then all that's going to happen on this side is just this whole edge is going to get brought up and over. And I'm going to try and make that as smooth as possible. It's obviously going to have some gathers in it because of the knot that I've tied. And then what's really lovely about this is the pleating detail. So that's what she did, what Mirjam did in her original tutorial, is just taking gathers like that and creating this absolutely beautiful detail of the pleats. And then we are going to secure that with a pin. And I said I was going to try and do it with the stick pin. Let's see how that goes. I'm going to try and make sure I'm going all the way through all of my layers there without stabbing myself in the ear. Ooh, yep, that's my ear. Woo, okay. All right, okay, I think that worked actually. And then obviously finding the end of my pin here. And getting that on. There we go. All right. And that is the veil. So now I have a little bit coming over my shoulder here, which I could put back if I want. I'm just going to do that while I do my little 360. So here's what it looks like from the front, from the side, from the back, and the other side. Okay, so that is about as simple as it gets in terms of technique with a veil wrap, and I really do love all of the detail that ends over here. But I was thinking, what would happen if we actually made use of that first side? So I'm going to undo this, so I now have just my two relatively even scarf ends, and I'm going to start this time with the veil side. Bring that up and over. And I'm going to need to leave room here for this to then, you know what I think I'm going to do? Actually, I think I'm going to take my second side and plan to bring it around from here because I don't want it to cover up the pleating detail over here. So now it is time for me to make those pleats, make those gathers. You can do as many or as few of these as you like. That feels good to me. And then one more time, trying to once again avoid stabbing myself in the ear. we go. And whoop, dropping pearl on the floor, putting that in. There we go. All right. So now I have this side, and I was thinking I would really just use this to create some extra volume up here. So my first thought was to give it a little twist and kind of create this crown, and then, you know what? I think actually I'm going to take advantage of this kind of pin. And I am going to try to bring this around and have my pin also secure that. I'm also now a little bit worried about bending. Yeah, I did very slightly bend that pin. So that's a note to be careful with these guys. I feel like some of my pleats came out here. I think what I might do is use this guy to kind of hold it in place. So that once I bring this over, it's already held, and now I just have to worry about securing through here. So to weave it back and forth. And then put my little pearl on the end there. There we go. I really love that. Now I just have to take the placeholder pin out. And voila. Okay, I kind of love this. I am going to move that twist a little bit further back. That's really fun. Okay, so here it is from the front, from the side, back, and the other side. So yeah, I think that's a really fun way. I'm going to keep this tutorial a little bit shorter today. I have some really exciting stuff coming up. So I hope you enjoy this being my take on the Mirjam veil. I hope you give it your own spin. And until next time, that's a wrap for me. Thank you so much for watching.